You're just degrading them, Dean. Why on
Well,
earth?
I can
Why?
correct you here. So I was degrading you because I was saying that
Nope.
you are the one with a shit kink.
No, you identified girls per se.
Well, you called me a
That's
girl.
disgusting.
Let me
That's
clarify.
disgusting.
You called me a girl, and then I was like,
Because
why? Because I'm shitting on you? Like that was like a play on words in reference to the fact that you are losing this debate hard. Okay? And then I followed it up by saying, okay, so you like it when girls shit on you. So you have a shit kink. So how am I degrading women and girls by acknowledging that you have a shit kink?
Because there is a notion that says that girls like to shit on women. Shit on men all the time so they can get their way, such as with domestic violence and everything. You're bringing that into light.
I think that you're misinterpreting what I'm saying here.
Dean,
a shit kink has nothing to do with domestic violence.
I'm not misinterpreting any.
A shit kink means exactly what you think it means.
No, Dean, stop it. You need to behave yourself and actually understand how disrespectful you just were.
I'm just gonna stop. I'm just gonna stop there with the whole shit kick thing.
No, there you go. Yeah, you need to apologize, Dean. It's just like you trying to you try to cover up a lot of stuff, Dean. You just need to acknowledge it, confront it, and actually just be like, yeah, I said that. I shouldn't have said that. Just like way back when you used the N-word, just acknowledge it.
Someone's really
Done.
mad that
That's
they lost
literally
the
it.
debate.
Calling Dean, I'm calling you out at this point now, and because
I know you're calling me
you're
out.
hurt, and you just don't want to engage anymore because you actually know that I'm calling you out for what you had just said.
True.
Again.
So true.
Again,
man.
Dean. I know it's true. This is why you have no comments from me at this point. Usually you always have all the words to say. You always do.
I'm gonna let you
But
finish
right now you
speaking.
don't. Right now you don't.
I do.
You do not. You clearly don't, Dean. You're sitting there trying to think of some monologue to bring up. Dean,
come on, you're giving me a heads you win, tails I lose game here. You get mad at me and you say that I'm crashing out when I interrupt you, and now you're getting mad at me and telling me that I'm gagged and have nothing to say when I don't interrupt you. If you want to hear what I have to say, then finish your statement and I will respond.
Although, yes, I may agree that, some girls can be the downfall of men here and there, I would never publicly, in the space that you use to grift, I would never, ever bring that up to go ahead and be like, oh, yeah, I'm going to degrade women right here and now.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I think what you are confusing for me degrading women is me degrading you, okay? So what I made is something called a joke. When you called me a girl because you were being misogynistic because you were losing the debate. Sir, can you stop talking? Thank you. Right? You lost the debate, dude. All right, you claim that Iran has nukes. Then I asked you for evidence for the claim that Iran has nukes. Then you gave me an article that explicitly says, and I quote, Iran does not have nukes. So then when I pointed it out to you, you started calling me a little girl, all right? And this is a tactic used by a bunch of really angry, like steaming misogynists, all right? Yeah, just start calling me a little girl when I prove you wrong. So then I said, oh, are you calling me a little girl because I'm shitting on you, right, in the debate? But then I made a really funny joke and a really funny insinuation. So therefore you like it when girls shit on you, therefore you have a shit kink. And I mean, that was like, I don't know, Stephen Curry from the 3-point line. Swish.
No,
going home with a gold.
So you calling me little bro and I said little girl. I could have said little sis. That was just banter to go back against what you said. But then you changed it up and then made it so disgusting.
Dude, you are so mad over my insinuation that you have a shit. You are getting really defensive about this shit kink.
If it's an insinuation,
you were getting so. Listen, we could have left the whole shit kink thing like in the conversation like 10 minutes ago. Okay, but you are getting so triggered and so defensive over the whole shit kink thing. Listen, dude, I'm not gonna kink shame you. I mean, it's not personally something I'd be into. Sounds a little sticky, to say the least. But, I'm not gonna kink shame you. No one's getting hurt. No one's getting hurt.
Dean, again, I know you degrade women. You don't like women.
He's just going to continue to say that I'm degrading women because I'm bullying him. Dude. Oh, bro. Dude, come on. All right. Now that we've, addressed the whole shit kink thing, you got weirdly defensive about. Do you want to go ahead and respond to the fact? Okay, the one only relevant fact to the debate, by the way, which would be the case that I asked you to provide me evidence that Iran has nukes, and then you provided an article that says Iran does not have nukes.
I just, 1 second, before we carry
Yo,
on.
I'm gonna go back to the shit geek. Stop talking about the shit geek. Stop it. Stop. I don't want to hear about your shit geek, dude. It's gross. It's gross, dude. I don't want to hear about your shit kink anymore. Just stick to the debate.
I'm not going to talk about the shit kink, Dean. That's disgusting.
You're talking about it right now.
I'm looking, and everyone in your comments is saying, oh, Dean would never degrade women. Dean would never disrespect them. But you think trans women are freaking women. So you do degrade
debate
women.
about trans people. Oh my God, stop it. Address the point, bro. This is getting embarrassing. You made the claim that Iran has nukes. I asked you for evidence that Iran has nukes. Then you provided me an article that says Iran does not have nukes. Address it.
So you picked out what you wanted to see. It says they do not yet. However, they secretly have had in the past not had nukes, but they actually really did. This is why a couple months ago, like you said, and I agree with you, we did destroy anything in which they had there. And that's exactly what it was. Okay, Dean?
Okay,
so, yeah.
then show me where in this article it says in the past. Show me where in this article it says in the past they've had nukes.
Go down to why have Iran's nuclear capabilities come under scrutiny and read through that.
Okay, which paragraph?
Just read through the whole thing. I don't know exactly where it is.
You don't know?
Let me 1 second. Let me find it.
Dude, come on, bro. All right, let's see it together. Iranian alarms or their nuclear programs. Iran released a missile ballistic attack, prompting retaliation. Israel conducted its largest ever direct attack on Iran, targeting its air defenses and missile production facilities. Some U.S. and Israeli media reports indicated that Israel.
Where it says, does Iran have? Go back up, right there.
Okay.
There you go. Iran does not yet have any nuclear weapon, but it has a long history of engaging in, what does it say?
Nuclear weapons research.
1 second.
In violation of its international commitments.
Engaging in secret nuclear weapons and whatnot. That's what I'm saying. Because of the secrecy that they go under. This is exactly what we're talking about.
Okay. Well, A, it wouldn't be secret if we knew about it. B, what it's talking about there would be B, what he's talking about there, what this, the author of this article is talking about there, is that they continued to attempt to enrich their uranium once the JCPOA was quote unquote terminated by Trump in his first term. So we entered into a nuclear peace agreement with Iran called the JCPOA. Then inevitably Trump pulled us out in 2019. However, there were still other countries in the JCPOA with Iran. But once America pulled out, Iran kind of did too. And then they started to re-enrich their uranium. So that's what they're referring to. It's not a secret because the IAEA knew about it. Okay, but at that point, the JCPOA was completely defunct because Trump had pulled us out. But okay, perfect. Now that we've gone over how they started to enrich uranium after Trump pulled us outside of the JCPOA, we've not gotten any closer to you providing evidence that they possess nuclear weapons. Because them researching nuclear weapons or them enriching uranium to a level in which is not sufficient to build nuclear weapons, okay, is not the possession of a nuclear weapon. So I'm going to give you one last opportunity here for you to justify your claim that you know, okay, with good reason, that Iran possesses nuclear weapons.
Just like you said, Dean, if it's done in secret, we don't know about it. And because of their history of having it done in secret, this is exactly what we're acting on.
Wait, they don't have a history of possessing nuclear weapons in secret.
It just literally says it there, Dean. Let me look.
No, that's furthering nuclear research. Furthering nuclear research is different from legitimately possessing nuclear weapons. No. Listen to yourself, bro.